on the wing. Right over your head, ladies and gentlemen, Mr. Ed Shipley in that inbound. They're going to be banking to the left, coming right across show center. Ed Shipley in the swept-wing, jet-powered F-86 Sabre jet is a 50-year-old grandfather of one with one on the way. He is one of the best civilian jet, high-performance jet pilots in the world. In the lead aircraft, the P-51 Mustang is the man who has more flight hours in the F-14 Tomcat than anybody else in the world. 4,800 hours. As he starts the airplane in a gentle roll to the left, Ed Shipley is visually married to a spot of paint on the lead aircraft. He has no visual reference to the ground at all. And look at how tight they stay together. What do you think so far of the Sabre Mustang formation demonstration? And we're just getting started. To be able to do this with the lead airplane approaching its top speed and the formation airplane in the lower end of its speed range, to fly this kind of tight formation is a spectacular feat. If the Blue Angels were here watching this today, they'd say it looks gorgeous. Now, Ed Shipley is in trail, directly behind and below Dale Snodgrass in the lead aircraft. Ed Shipley is a very, very well-known video producer and director. He has won awards in the New York Film Festival, and he has also flown everything from North American T-6 Texans to 747 jumbo jets. Look at this in-trail barrel roll. Oh yes, tucked right in within 5 feet of the other airplane. He's looking up at those invasion stripes painted on the wings and fuselage of the Mustang. We are seeing some great flying today. I gotta tell you, this is the best of the best right here. Dale Snodgrass was once in command of all the F-14 Tomcats in the Navy. He was the U.S. Navy's Tomcat demonstration pilot for nearly 13 years. He has won numerous medals for his leadership, for his combat work during Operation Desert Storm. And Ed Shipley and Dale Snodgrass are two of about 13 men in the world qualified to fly in the United States Air Force's Heritage Flight Demonstration. They move as one, though they are two airplanes. Snodgrass is very, very careful as he leads Ed Shipley through these formation changes. His speed has to be just right. He is talking to Ed Shipley on the radio, telling him what the next maneuver will be. They are so tight they look like one airplane right now. What a spectacular shot that is. To the right over the trees. About as low as you can go. Now in the right echelon, the P-51 Mustang with a Rolls-Royce design, Packard built, Merlin engine of 1,425 horsepower. The F-86 Sabre jet, flown by Ed Shipley, with the General Electric J-47 jet engine producing 6,000 pounds of thrust. Ed Shipley is on his way in. At the beginning of the jet age, that was about the time of the Korean War. 1953. The North Koreans had Russian-built swift-wing MiG-15 fighters. The Americans had the straight-wing F-80 Shooting Star built by Lockheed. They were being totally outclassed by the MiGs. So the Sabre jet was running into service by the and the Air Force. And the tide turned. We've got a high show, ladies and gentlemen. Look at that, 4,000 feet above the ground. You gotta love the high show. Ed pulling back on the stick as he comes through 4.5 times his normal body weight. 4.5 G's on the airplane down the back side of that Now this time, watch as Ed comes down through 4,000, rolls the airplane upright. With 1.5 rolls down the 45-degree down line with 1/2 of a Cuban 8 or horizontal 8 in the sky. Diving towards the aerobatic box. Snodgrass. Dale attended the University of Minnesota on a Naval Reserve Officers Training Corps scholarship. He was a member of the swim team. As a matter of fact, he was an all-American member of the swim team. He graduated with a Bachelor of Science in Biology. Straight up. Pulls up around the clouds. A half a roll to the right, and a pull. Right down over the trees, he pulls up once again. Over 15,000 Mustangs were built between 1943 and 1945 by North American Aviation. This aircraft was actually built, designed I should say, as a result of a request from the Royal Air Force and the British Purchasing Commission. The Royal Air Force was using a couple of American-built airplanes, one as a trainer and one as a fighter, prior to America's entry into World War II. The Royal Air Force loved the way that North American built airplanes. And they went to the president of North American Aviation, Dutch Kindleberger, and said, Dutch, we want you to build P-40s, somebody else's airplane, under license from Curtiss. Dutch Kindleberger didn't want to build anybody else's airplane. He and some of his designers had been to Germany in 1938 and had learned about a new wing design called laminar flow. It was a very, very fast wing. So Dutch Kindleberger told the British Purchasing Commission, we'll build you a new airplane, give us 120 days. He got together with his chief designers, Edgar Shipley, Ray Rice, Lee Atwood, and 120 originally outfitted with an Allison 7, 10, 12-cylinder V12 engine of 1,600 horsepower. It didn't perform well enough at high altitude for the British. So the British said, we're going to stick another engine in it. They took one of their Rolls-Royce Merlin V12 liquid-cooled engines, put it in the Mustang, and that was the genesis of the Mustang as it became to be known in World War II.